Gary Cooper, born Frank James Cooper on May 7, 1901 in Helena, Montana, came from a family of English descent with strong cultural roots. His father, Charles Henry Cooper, was a respected Montana Supreme Court justice, and his mother, Alice Cooper, valued education and refinement. Growing up on the family ranch, young Cooper developed exceptional horsemanship and athletic skills, qualities that would later define his screen presence. Surrounded by Montana's vast landscapes, he absorbed lessons of independence, resilience, and quiet strength. These early experiences shaped the man and actor he would become, giving him the natural composure and understated charisma that audiences would later admire in his legendary Hollywood roles. Education and early aspirations as a teenager, Cooper attended Dunstable Grammar School in England, but returned to Montana after World War I, enrolling at Grinnell College in Iowa. Initially drawn to art, he hoped to pursue a career as a commercial illustrator. However, a car accident that injured his leg forced him to drop out, altering his path forever. Relocating to Los Angeles in the mid-1920s, then he sought work as a commercial artist, but chance led him to the film industry. Hollywood was flourishing with silent films, and Cooper's combination of rugged charm, height, and expressive features quickly attracted attention. What began as an incidental opportunity would evolve into a career-defining American cinema for decades. Hollywood beginnings. Cooper's Hollywood journey started almost by accident. He worked as a stuntman and extra, often cast in westerns where his natural skills and presence were evident. His first significant role came in 1926 with the silent film The Winning of Barbara Worth, drawing the notice of producers and critics. Standing 6 feet 3 inches with piercing eyes and a quiet charisma, he naturally stood out among aspiring actors. When sound films emerged in the late 1920s, Cooper transitioned seamlessly, starring in The Virginia, 1929, one of the earliest successful talking westerns. His understated, authentic performances contrasted with the more theatrical style of the era, establishing him as a compelling, relatable, and enduring screen presence. Throughout the 1930s and 1940s, Cooper became one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. He portrayed heroes who were humble, brave, and morally upright, earning admiration from audiences and critics alike. His role in Frank Capra's Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, 1936, showcased a man confronting greed and corruption with quiet dignity. Cooper won his first Academy Award for Sergeant York, 1941, portraying World War I hero Alvin York with depth and restraint. Other films, including The Pride of the Yankees, 1942, and The Westerner, 1940, displayed his versatility, whether in romantic drama, sports biopic, or Western noir. These roles cemented Cooper's reputation as the quintessential American leading man, blending strength with humanity. Iconic performances and style. Perhaps no performance captured Cooper's enduring legacy more than High Noon, 1952. Playing Marshal Will Kane, he faced outlaws alone, symbolizing moral courage amid adversity. The film resonated as a political allegory during the McCarthy era, enhancing Cooper's status as a symbol of integrity. His acting style, restrained, natural, and emotionally honest, set him apart from more flamboyant contemporaries. Audiences responded to his quiet, commanding presence rather than dramatic gestures. Cooper's ability to inhabit characters with authenticity and empathy created a timeless appeal. Across decades and genres, he consistently delivered performances that combined understated strength with vulnerability, leaving a lasting imprint on American cinema. Personal life and marriage. In 1933, Cooper married Veronica Balfe, a refined New York socialite who had briefly acted under the stage name Sandra Shaw. Veronica's family connections, including her uncle Cedric Gibbons, a renowned MGM art director, added prominence to the union. Though she retired from acting, Veronica brought grace and poise to her marriage, complementing Cooper's reserved personality. Their only child, Maria Veronica Cooper, was born in 1937, and Cooper adored his daughter, striving to balance fatherhood with his demanding career. Despite Hollywood's glamour and pressures, Cooper cultivated a life of privacy, family focus, and quiet dignity. Their relationship highlighted a side of the star seldom seen by the public. Alleged relationships and private struggles behind his stoic public image, Cooper's private life was reportedly complex. Writings attributed to him suggest intense secret relationships with several prominent actors. Allegedly, his connections with figures such as Anthony Perkins and James Dean were emotionally charged, marked by attraction, tension, and ultimately regret. These relationships, if true, occurred in a climate of secrecy and societal expectation. Cooper's alleged disdain for betrayals or recklessness by these companions hints at the personal conflicts he carried. While never publicly acknowledged, these stories suggest a man wrestling with identity, desire, and trust, revealing the profound loneliness often experienced by individuals forced to conceal their personal lives in Hollywood's spotlight. Later career and health decline. By the late 1950s, Cooper's health began to deteriorate, though he continued acting. Films like Friendly Persuasion, 1956, and The Hanging Tree, 1959, marked his enduring commitment to the craft. Privately, he battled prostate cancer, which eventually metastasized to his lungs and bones. Despite his frailty, he maintained professional dedication, completing his final film, The Naked Edge, 1961, released posthumously. Cooper's struggle with illness was largely hidden, reflecting his lifelong preference for privacy. Colleagues and friends witnessed his quiet determination, exemplifying the same resilience that characterized his heroic screen roles. His later years underscored the duality of his life: public icon, private sufferer. Death and legacy. Gary Cooper passed away in 1961 at the age of 60, leaving behind a cinematic legacy defined by integrity, humility, and understated power. Initially buried in Holy Cross Cemetery, California, his remains were later moved to Sacred Heart Cemetery in Southampton, New York, reflecting family wishes for a private, peaceful resting place. Tributes poured in from the film industry, honoring a career spanning over 3 decades and more than 80 films. Cooper's influence endures not only through iconic performances, but also in the example of his personal virtues: stoicism, moral courage, and quiet grace. Even decades later, he remains a benchmark for actors and audiences seeking authenticity and strength. Enduring impact. Cooper's story is one of contrast, a Hollywood icon known for rugged masculinity and restrained charm, yet a private man wrestling with personal complexities. His legacy bridges artistry and humanity, inspiring admiration for both craft and character. Through films like High Noon and Sergeant York, he shaped the American hero archetype, while his personal life, though guarded, hints at the emotional depth behind the public image. His dedication to family, professionalism, and integrity provides a lasting model of personal and artistic excellence. Gary Cooper remains an emblem of timeless American cinema, a man whose quiet power and enduring spirit continue to resonate across generations.